Partners in Ministry, a presentation of Josiah White's Quakerdale Foundation, dedicated to growing ministry support networks, introducing people to a cause that connects with their heart, bringing hope and encouragement to our communities as we seek together to serve as Christ served.
Welcome to Partners in Ministry. I'm your host, Dan Smith, and today I'll be talking with Kimberly Kemp. Now, Kimberly is the director and owner of Safe Care Learning Center in Waterloo, Iowa. In this interview, we're going to learn the history of Safe Care, their mission and how they're accomplishing that, who they serve, what challenges they're currently facing, and how we can join them in their work. Well, welcome, Kimberly, and thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you for having me.
You have an awesome ministry there right in the middle of heart of Waterloo, and I can't wait for you to just tell everybody what you're doing. So why don't we start out with giving us a little history of Safe Care, how you guys got started.
Awesome. So the history of Safe Care Learning Center. We got started doing in-home child care back in 2010-ish, providing care for children, families in the community. And we started out in our personal home. The flexibility was very, very needed and necessary. So we did grow from our personal home to another leased home, which provided us a little bit more space and opportunity to set our classroom environments just as if the children were attending a child care facility. Okay. That support needed was strong. And so we were able to get a second child care home, which in turn grew to the child care center that we are today.
All right. So what's your mission? Why do you exist? What is it you're hoping to accomplish?
Well, our mission is to serve all families everywhere because I truly care about reaching everyone. It's vitally important that we have the support that we need as families grow and venture out and try to be productive citizens in our economy. But it's a little challenging completing that if we don't have the whole village approach, right, to helping us raise our families and bring them up and teach them in schools, but they have to get there first. And so the whole family approach, I was just a young parent trying to seek and search help for guidance and direction with my child and then become children. But I wasn't able to find that. And so as I was just learning that I'm looking for someone who God wanted me to be. And I was so bedazzled when I finally did learn that, but it helped me be good at heart and be better to serve all the families everywhere because they really need someone to care about reaching out to them so they can grow as well.
Sure. So really this whole ministry sprang out of the result of the need that you had that was going unmet, and you kind of put your feet down and said, hey, let's go ahead and make this happen for everybody else.
Absolutely. That was definitely the part of the driving force behind me making that decision to just get out there. Of course, I didn't see it all as clear as I do now, but that's the direction that God was having me go to, is becoming someone who I really needed for support to raise my children. And so that's the start of the reason why my drive became so strong to serve all families everywhere, because I really care about reaching everyone.
Yeah. So how many years have you been doing this?
Oh, well over 15 years. It's been a journey, but it's been 15 years that seem like I just got in it last year. That's how much joy I find in caring and nurturing for families that we serve. And that's the child and the parents.
Sure. Picture yourself 15 years ago. You're just getting started. God comes down and he says, Kimberly, here's what I'm going to do, and here's what you're going to be in 15 years. Can you imagine how overwhelmed and scared you would have been?
Yes, absolutely. Because if we knew, some of the things, it would take a lot of the hardship, the fears, and the worries and the concerns all out of it, because we can see what God sees. Sure. But that's not the case. And sometimes those trials and tribulations that we all experience that is going to be there has to happen in order to see the result and where God part of the will for my life.
It's just so nice when I think about your story, and I've heard some of the details of how you got to where you got to just think how loving and how patient God has been to little by little help you move Safe Care Learning Center from a personal project to a God-sized mission. And I just think that is just so cool to see, because you know what? If he wasn't behind it, there's no way you'd be where you are now.
You're exactly right. And I often tell myself that without God, I could do nothing. I could be nothing. But without me, he's still God. He could do
Yeah.
all things. And so that let me know that I need him every step of this way. And I
Amen.
trust God for the outcome.
Yeah, amen. And you know what? It's always an amazing adventure, isn't it?
Oh, it's so amazing. One little person and one little person's mom or their support team being able to move from here to there makes everything that I'm doing so worth it. Even if it's just one, but there's many.
So, what are some of the things that you're offering in terms of trying to provide support for these families, for your community? Give us an example of some of the things you're doing.
Absolutely. So Safe Care Learning Center is a 24-hour, 6-day-a-week child care facility. That is correct. So we provide childcare for families on first shift, second shift, third shift. The flexibility is real. Lots of non-traditional work is having to be accepted due to parents either lack of transportation or their lack of education. Whatever the case, they have to kind of go with the flow. And we provide the quality care over here. We feed the children breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack, and so they're always eating. We've also provide, even if it's just a temporary 1 to 2 day stay for families who are experiencing um, homelessness or something on those lines. We have clothes that we give away. We take in donations and we give away clothes to the families. Um, School supplies. I mean, you name it. There is nothing that we not able to do for our families because God provides. And although it seems hard and rough at times where I don't know how we're going to help a mom that has a special need child with autism and there's no hope and relief for her, we get the supernatural strength and our team is amazing to learn what they need to learn to be that extended help core so mom or dad can have a kind of some kind of normalcy with providing for their families.
Sure. Yeah, parents need to take care of themselves just as much as their kids need to be taken care of, don't they?
Yes, they do, and that is more even relevant now after the COVID days, with mental health as being our number one factor for moving forward with productivity for us all.
Yeah, it's almost a monster, isn't it? Mental health.
Yes, it is.
It's crazy. Great. So, from what I'm gathering, your range of age groups that you're working with is pretty large, right? I mean, what kind of ages are you working with here?
Well, currently we have children all the way as young as 6 weeks old, and we serve children to 12 years old. There are certain circumstances that we will provide care for children older than the age of 12. Generally, those children need a little bit of extra set of eyes on
Mm-hmm.
them. In case-based scenario, families can count on Safe Care being able to provide that service for them.
Sure. Yeah, the facility that you lease from us is really kind of strategic too, isn't it, in terms of where it is?
Oh, it's the heart of our city. It's a very good landmark to have people who are new to our community. Um, they are very familiar with the Quakerdale Foundation. They're very familiar with the residency, the counseling that used to be here. So it's a no brainer. And we love the fact that it's a stumping ground for everyone around us to be closely connected to services for children and families. So we are so forever grateful to being in the heart of our city.
Yeah. I remember the couple times that I've been on the campus, one of the things that impressed me is that the whole atmosphere is one more like going to a summer camp than it is actually a care facility. It just got this family. We're all here. I mean, I've even seen some older kids helping out some of the younger kids. it's not really an institution as much as it is really a family itself.
That is correct. And everyone that steps on the campus say just kind of what you said. They feel like it's a home environment. We do have neighbors here on campus, and those neighbors are phenomenal and they're awesome. They're all serving, families and children. And it's a really homey community right over here in the heart of our city. And we are forever grateful to Quakerdale Ministry and the partners in ministry to have the opportunity to be present here.
Amen. What are some current challenges you're facing? What are some things that are going on there that you could use some assistance with?
Well, after doing searching, if we just open up and let God continue to minister to us, I have realized that I have everything that I need, but prayers for starters,
Mm,
prayers for our community, prayers for our learning center, the families. You never know what they are really facing.
sure.
And for some reason, I just have this way about people, of course, because our mission is to serve all families everywhere. That doesn't, there's no condition to that. And so because of that, I tend to want to know the heart of the families. What do they need? And there's a lot of homelessness going on. There's a lot of mental health deficiencies. Um, you name it, the simplest things that we do have access to. The only difference between me getting that help to them is a conversation.
Sure.
And then we are equipped to what we have. That takes a lot from me and my role as director and operator of our business. But nevertheless, I put the families first over any business that needs to be handled. So I decided that you guys are already doing a lot. Supporting ministries, partnering ministries like myself, and others like Quakerdale Business Services. That is the key connection to what I, as a business owner, needs. And I'm going to tell the truth and say that shame on me for not using my resources. I'm
Mhm.
already connected. And the only thing that God is doing is calling me to utilize and accept the help that's already been created for me. And so there is nothing really extra that you guys can do. Continuing to support the ministries, partners in ministries is sufficient enough as what you guys do.
Sure. Hey, there may be somebody out there that's kind of listening and said, "Hey, you talked a little bit about some kids. I think school is coming up. Are there any specific like school supplies or anything that community people could donate that would really help support the kids going back?"
Yes, absolutely. So, of course, there are lots of kiddos who probably would be able to benefit severely for help and supplies, simple crayons and pencils, notebook paper. We have those things. What we do have to administer to our families. This year, particularly, um, we had started purchasing personal supplies, so like the small deodorant, just healthcare supplies, just the small sanitizers, and giving that along with, the kiddos little packet that we gave them. But families are in the need of just the simplicity of school supplies and backpacks. We often take that as, oh, you just go out and buy, $15, $20 worth. Well, if that meant that meal for the couple of days, they might have chose the meal versus the supplies. But those things are always welcome to help our kids get off to school and stay in there in a good state with what they have and what they need.
Yeah. Well, Kimberly, that's an awesome ministry that God's called you to. It is just so neat to see the way your business has basically helped make families successful in that part of the Waterloo area. And that is so neat to see. And I'm sure the families are really, really grateful of all the things that you're doing to help them.
Yes, they are, as well as it's a two-way street. We are so grateful to have them here so we can help them. Thank you so much.
You bet. Well, hey, Kimberly, thank you so much for this great conversation. It's great to talk to you today.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Smith.
If you got any questions or if you'd like to learn more about Safe Care Learning Center, you can see their contact information right here on the screen. It's also available through our website on our show notes or in the description of this YouTube video. So on behalf of Kimberly Kemp, Safe Care Learning Center, and Partners in Ministry, I want to thank you for joining us today. And until next time, let's get out there and serve as Christ serves.
This has been a presentation of Partners in Ministry, a podcast of Josiah White's Quakerdale Foundation. To learn more and see the show notes for this and other episodes, visit our website. To stay informed of up and coming broadcasts, subscribe to our e-newsletter. To invest in our mission, donate today.